there's one main thing I would say as a caveat. It really depends who this is. It depends who we're talking about. So for example, let's say that we're talking about a grandfather or a father, right? I think the way I would deal with it and the rules around dealing with it would be completely different to if it was anyone else, or a mother, for example. Yeah. So if it was a mother or father, I think it's a very, very difficult situation. I think it's a very different situation. A lot of the times we're dealing with people who have behaved a certain way for decades. And now what we're expecting is for them to change. And a lot of the time, they're not going to change. They don't want to change. They're not going to try and change. They are not going to change. Okay. So in a way, like if it was a mother or a father or something like that, I would tell the person to like be more accepting. And like sometimes just by becoming more accepting and getting your nafs out of the way, it can actually change the whole situation. Now I can understand that it might not be the same situation, because here we're talking about someone who's just like very, very angry, very hot, very critical, very negative, very, always just basically being in that same kind of mode and never getting out of that mode. Right. So I completely understand that. I think fundamentally there's an element of when these situations happen, I would definitely look at my own self, because it's very easy. If I see someone as this guy's always a problem, right? And then something happens between us, it's very easy for me to quickly go to, he's always been a problem. He's a problem here. But in this situation, it could be I'm the problem. So me personally, sometimes I like to reflect that, look, is there something I've done wrong in this situation? Before I start pointing fingers at other people, I really try and reflect, like, is there something that I did wrong in this situation? If I did, I need to fix it. If it's like, no, I didn't do anything wrong, and he has actually made the trouble, or he is doing all this kind of stuff, I think addressing it in that moment's not good. What I would do is I would actually wait till another time, and I would basically speak to this person. Fundamentally, that's what it comes down to, right? I would speak to this person and I would have a crucial conversation with them. So within our modules, we've got a model called Crucial Conversations, which talks about how you speak to people about certain things. So I would basically speak to that person. A lot of it is to get clear on what do they actually want. I would try and understand them. And sometimes I tell people, like, they come to me for advice and I'm saying, you know what, have a call with that brother. Do not judge him. Do not advise him. Do not do anything. Just understand his world. That's it. Like, have one call with him. And I advise this to people that work with each other and all this stuff. Have one call with him and say, look, I just want to speak to you. I don't want to judge you. I don't want to advise you. All I want to do is just understand your world, right? I just want to say, Mahmoud, every time we speak, it just feels like you're under immense pressure. It feels like you're kind of like really stressed and you're really, really emotional. I just want to understand what's going on with you and all this kind of stuff. And of course, you want to create safety. You want to make sure that they'll have that conversation with you and all those kind of tips that we teach. But fundamentally, I would just open their world to me. When they open their world to me, then I would like check my understanding. So what you're saying is that you're stressed because of this, and you're saying that you're angry because of this, and you're upset about this. Yes. Okay, cool. JazakAllahu khair. Thank you so much for explaining. And I would close it and I would just leave it there for now. Okay. And the reason I'm saying this stuff is because sometimes you or anyone else in that moment who's getting frustrated, you just want them to change and that's it. Just change up. No. That's for your own benefit. If you actually think about that person's benefit and them changing, it's going to be a different process. So what I would do is I'll have that conversation, this, that, right? Then hopefully that person feels like, you know what, Mahmoud, for the first time, he's actually like understood my world. He's understood where I'm coming from, all these kind of things. That was quite good, right? And then I would go to him a second time and I would be like, you know what, Mahmoud, I was thinking about all these things you said, right? About stress, about this. And I was thinking, what if we could do something about that stuff? Like, what if we could do this for this and do this for this and do this for this? Like, I would love to help you with all of this stuff, by the way, and I can help you with this and I can help you with that and some of this other stuff. I saw this really amazing thing called meditation, and when you do that, then you start to feel more relaxed every day, and this and this and this. How do you feel about this stuff? Like, how do you feel? Is there stuff I can help you with? And then it's like, yeah, maybe he'll be like, I don't care about you, you're rubbish, why are you telling me this stuff, or whatever. But the main thing is that you've done your part. You've taken some action to rectify the situation. You've had a good intention towards that person, and you've done it with great akhlaq, and you've done it with great empathy, and you've done all these kind of things. Now, if he accepts, then it's like, okay, now I'm going to be on a path to kind of like help him with this and do all this kind of stuff and carry on. And I know part of that might seem long. It's like, listen, bro, this guy's got an issue with his anger. He's got this, he should just sort it out. He should. But A lot of the times that doesn't work and it just stays the same. So if you actually want to do something proactively, then you want to do it properly and you want to go all in with it as well. There are other things you can suggest to him, like meditation, all these things that will help him to kind of calm down and all this stuff. But I wouldn't do it unless I understood his world and understood what happened without judgment, and then help him.